Hi and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here to talk about your spiritual message that needs to come through to help you through the week and help you to energetically understand your evolution and what is happening around you spiritually, energetically, and the levels that you're moving through. I posted a spiritual message and healing and activation that was happening last week. That will continue for a few weeks. We all heal at our own time and within our own timing, so there's really no time stamps on these, but we are sort of looking at the week ahead or the next few weeks ahead, and this is following up the big awakening. So what did that bring? That brought a lot of mental conflict for a lot of you. So a lot of you may be feeling, and maybe listen to that previous video that I put up about the spiritual awakening that was happening. A lot of you will be experiencing some mental conflict at this moment, and that could be on all levels, okay? Because remember, we were changing or going through an identity change or figuring out or having a transformation or an upgrade. So this week it looks like we've got a lot of mental conflict coming up. And with mental conflict, you know, it does affect our emotions, so just take that on board. Moving on, you're being asked and called to move on and move through to the light, okay? So again, taking that step. This person hasn't taken the step, but they're about to take the step through into the light, and it's created a lot of mental conflict for them. And mental conflict comes when we're changing our belief systems, when we're changing our vibrations because nothing fits, okay? Or we feel disconnected or alienated or alone from the people, places and situations around us. Yes, this is going to bring some conflict and defeat. Feeling defeated maybe, or you feel that you may have to leave some people, places and situations behind because there is conflict. But you know, there's that old saying, those who accept you for who you are real and truthful and unconditional, and those who stop growth. We see that in conformity, and you know, if you're changing, it creates conflict with people, places and situations. Then you know, we have to look at, this is the challenge area here, what conflict it brings up for us to step into this new identity or this transformation we're going through. And some of us can't help that transformation. It is happening regardless. So recognition and reward though, when we do go through the battles, when we do face the conflicts, when we do face the things that most people do not and cannot. You never grow unless you face challenges. You never grow unless you defeat the conflict inside you, okay? We've got mental conflict and defeat. So again, there's another message here, you know, you'll always be defeated. You won't grow. You won't step through. You make it harder if you're in conflict within yourself, because we do have to defeat our own blockages, our own restrictions, our own limited growth. So challenges on both sides, physically, personally, on all levels really. So, but what comes after, you can, if you manage the conflicts or grow through the conflicts or face the conflicts within or outer, and you defeat them, what comes is recognition and reward. And we have victory and success, and then throat chakra, which is all about speaking up and speaking out your truths, but it is also about, when we have recognition, reward, victory and success, this is when the universe rewards you. This is when spirit will reward you. This is when you step into your truth, the real you, speaking your truth, and energetic truth. When you're in your truth, energetically, You become better, the world becomes better, we lift, we evolve, we bring in new belief systems, we create more. So, and this is where prosperity begins. This is where it all starts. So we've still got that death and ending. There will be a lot of temptations coming in. There will be a lot of temptations coming in trying to block this, or the temptations that come in are about financial and material changes. So, you know, we can feel very conflicted on, as an example, letting a career go, starting a new career, letting something that we feel stable and secure go, and stepping into something new, which is evolution of that. So let's get some clarifiers on this mental conflict for you. What are the other messages that flew across the wisdom? They're asking you to step into wisdom, and higher wisdom is coming through. So you will get the answers and the messages, but these are not just little solutions to your mental conflict. It's going to be a higher divine wisdom, okay? And 5 is change, spiritual strength. The moving on, you need spiritual strength is required here, and that we talked about, there's the conflict and defeat. It's moving through a spiritual awakening, a spiritual alignment, a new identity, whatever you want to call it energetically or vibrationally. Changes your belief systems, it changes everything, and it is an upgrade of frequency universally, whether you're aware of it or not. So there's a lot of conflict, there's a lot of disruption, there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of things we do not wish to face, and things we have not yet had to face to step through into that next life of who you are. And see, you need to stay grounded. This is real base chakra stuff. This is why we've got financial material changes here. Base root chakra, that's your security, your stability, your foundation. There are some conflicts, there are some defeats or something you need to defeat in that, within this, and they're asking and calling that you call on spiritual strength. 9 is completion. There's a master in this card. Call on your masters, your guides, and ask them to bring through the wisdom for you. The higher power. Recognition and reward. This is where love begins. This is where the universe starts to provide for you the higher sources. We've got the rainbow, the bridging, you know, the stepping in. Look how clear this is after the breakdown of our old base, of our old security, stability, and foundation of how we thought. You know, look at the clarity, look at the flow, look at the path, and here's your reward coming in from the universe. And as that old saying, those who do the work get the rewards. Victory and success. You may feel that you have to emotionally withdraw, and that could be because of it's right under the moving on. So to get this victory, this success, you may need time to yourself, you may need time to heal. Withdrawing can be sitting with your own truths, sitting with your own energy, not the energy and truths of others. Discontentment and boredom. So the thing that is actually triggering you to be in a new truth, be in a new you, a new identity, a new level, a new evolution is you know there's more, and you know that the universe, the divine wisdom, spiritual growth, there is more. The universe is trying to bring you, and you're wanting this. You're wanting to be more fulfilled, more replenished, more connected, okay? Because there's boredom here. The truth is, the truth you're currently in, there's boredom and discontent. That's why we have mental conflict. This is why we're being asked to move on. You've outgrown. It's stagnant. Where you are is stagnant. Yep, prosperity begins when we open up the heart chakra and step into that and allow that to awaken. There is an upgrade in the heart chakra, so levels within your relationship. Relationships or love, or what you love or what fulfills you in love is upgrading. You want more in that, more something that feeds it. See, to me, that's feeding it, growing it, flowing. And it is about being able to step into a truth, a new truth, and where you're bored and discontent. Moving past that boredom and discontent. Emotional loss, the temptation holding you back is going to be some form of loss, or you're too focused on what you will lose rather than what they're bringing in. So we can be too focused on what you're losing, and they're asking you to focus on the abundance that they're trying to bring you. The last card here, light. Financial and material changes are happening. There's a 10 here, 19, which is a 1, which is a 10, sorry, which is a 1, which is completion. And this is financial and material changes are happening. So you may see the light. You may want to step into the light. So what have we got here? Moving on, stepping into the light, whatever that is for you. And yes, it calls for great spiritual strength. The mental conflict can be helped or overcome with using wisdom, higher divine wisdom. You need to step forward into your base and stand up and face any conflicts, and where you feel defeated in that, and when you do, great reward comes, great recognition. The light comes through, seeing the light. Even in this card, the light is pouring through this person. Now we have the flow coming through, and that's light, awakening. The light means to see clearer, to see further, to see more, from a different or higher perspective. It's a clearing for you. Yes, emotional withdrawal will bring you success and victory and clarity of your truth. So, and where you really truly are discontented, you're opening up your heart. This is where it begins, and you're stepping forward into that, or the universe is opening this up for you. It is grounded and rooted. There will be more solidarity or more solid base here for you in your heart. Temptation and emotional loss here. It's the heart. See, there's a lot of heart healing here. He's holding his heart. But financial and material changes. I think there's some epiphanies, completion, 10, new beginnings. So let's grab some tarot here. What is this mental conflict about? For the collective, for most of you. Yeah, having to leave something behind. So a lot of you feel isolated or alone or abandoned. This is putting someone or something out in the cold, or you feel isolated and abandoned. And when I speak about isolation and abandonment, you could feel not connected to those around you, to your current. Because remember, we're going through a spiritual awakening. So you may not feel connected to the people, places and situations around you. You may feel that that is what's bringing this mental conflict, and we tend to hang on to the old rather than the moving on here, which takes great spiritual strength. Yeah, absolutely. This is a new journey. It's about taking the new journey. Life might be comfortable. You might be fine where you are, but they're saying there's more to this journey. There's another cup. You need to seek beyond. This is about going on the journey. And what is it on? The moving on, which takes great spiritual strength. And there are a lot of things you need to look at, a lot of things you need to consider. And this is bringing the mental conflict. This is bringing the conflict and you feeling defeated, because this card can represent, oh, it's all up in my head. And until you put it into reality or bring it into reality, we never know. And base is bringing it into reality, the base chakra. Here we have love begins, recognition and reward. It's something you don't want to face. There's something you don't want to see, or there could be temporary restriction. They're saying that you can do this. It's you stopping you. Nobody is stopping you except you stopping you. Look at this, emotional withdrawal, victory and success. And here we have, there's people, places and situations who want to give to you. The universe wants to give to you. It could be a new job offer. It could be someone waiting, or you're waiting to give to something or someone, and you want victory and success in that. But you know, there's reward here. And this is 8, which is money, security, stability, and a 6, relationship. There is something you want to give to, or the universe wants to give to you. Taking action. Look at this. Being in your truth. The King of Wands, what does he do? Takes action. And this could represent, coming up, we've got the full moon in Aries. And I think it's a blood moon, red blood moon, something like that. So I'll have to check up on that. But this is all about Aries, the I am, taking action in my truth. And all this discontent and boredom must go. 4, foundation, a foundation, another 4, heart, 1 new beginning here. And wish fulfillment, star, reward, manifesting. There's reward coming in. Prosperity begins when you take action past this discontentment and boredom and step into your truth. The heart chakra opens up. We have prosperity. We have a new beginning with a new foundation. And whether it's a job, love, groups, associations, your new you, your new identity. Star is reward. It's wish fulfillment. You manifested this. Also, you're putting the energy out there. This energy is out there in the ethers. We have temptation here and emotional loss, and it is about cutting out things that I just heard no longer serve you. Now, the Page of Swords is also lower vibrational energies, frequencies, all the chatter, all the gossip, talk, drama, you know, those lower vibrational energies. And it's also a learning. It's also, yes, you're going to feel like a student. You're going to feel like you're learning something very new, and it feels new to you. So it's going to be very tempting to go back into the old and go back over what I had, or the emotional loss. Okay, so the temptation here about you learning something new and moving forward, where all the financial and material changes are, and the light's coming through, and the new beginning and the awakening and the alignment, and the abundance, and you feeling happier and brighter and connected. Yes, the temptation will be focusing on the old and what you will lose and the past. And it's easier to go back into that when we feel like a student, when we feel like something's new. Oh, I have to get 2 more clarifiers for the overall energy, because there's more to the message. King of Cups, emotional balance, emotional stability. King of Cups, yeah. So one of the major issues here is conflict. And we see that with here, conflict and defeat. Keeping your emotional balance, or getting emotional mastery over people, places and situations who are creating conflict in your life. And this is conflict of your truths. It could be daily conflict, it could be third dimensional conflict, it could be physical conflict, but it also mainly the higher, we're doing a spiritual reading here, so I don't want to get too into daily tarot, but this is about what is in conflict, what brings you emotional balance, connectedness, because the King of Cups is about being connected, okay? Feeling connection, and where are you in conflict with that, or where are others in conflict with that? King of Cups can also be about, you know, giving to too many different people or places or situations, and therefore we're not in our truth. We're not doing us, okay? So where do we get pulled into that? What cards? No, it is 2 from this amazing deck. I did try to do a reading from this deck before I started, but nothing was coming out. And now we have something. Yet communication and co-creation here. So this is about connecting with like-minded group, people all sort of on the same wavelength, doing the same things energetically. It can be you connecting and communicating, as in manifesting or connecting to new guides, feeling new connection there. Starseed element, and oh, of course it is. Going back to love, we got the love, the heart chakra. So, and here too, the heart chakra is awakening and aligning to a higher frequency here. The communication's coming through. That could be the clarity, the infinite, allow the information to come through. We've got a lot of downloads happening here. We've got a lot of downloads coming from the infinite energy here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's sort of like DNA upgrades and information there, beyond the mind. See, starseed elemental, beyond the mind. So this is stuff you feel intuitively. This is wisdom coming through from higher spiritual knowing and understanding. See, beyond the mind, beyond the current. Very beautiful card. I don't know if you can see that. Beautiful geometric activation and alignment coming in. One more, last card. Journey into wholeness, heart chakra. There is a massive, massive, massive awakening in the heart chakra, and the journey into that is happening. So I hope this helps you understand. This week there might be a lot of mental conflict going in. It does call for you to face and defeat all those challenges, all those within yourself and others around you, or people who challenge your truth of who you are and what you want, or where you challenge yourself in taking action forward. And the challenge is, and with challenge there's reward. You do the test, you move through those uncomfortable, unknowing, you go on the journeys, you move on, you step through into the unknown. There comes great reward. So there it is, guys. I'm going to wrap it up there for today, and hopefully that just helps you through the week and gives you a little bit of understanding, and I feel like a little bit more reassurance of what you're feeling. Thank you. Take care. Remember to hit that like button and the subscribe button. Thank you. Bye.